Yeah, man. So that's how you gonna have the mighty men. You know, they gonna be scared, crying. Cause right now they don't know what they're getting themselves into, man. Unless they get with a dude that been in there for a while, you know. And same with anything, there's levels to it. So you coming as a private. Why are you a private? Because everything is private to you. They don't tell you shit. And it's different levels that you hit. Private first class, then they trust you a little more. Then you climb up the ladder till you become the biggest devil in the damn military, man. If you stay in that long. And if you decide to leave or whatever, they'll put your ass to death, man. You know? But those men, those same men, so if your children, like I've been saying, man, if your children are signing up for the army, they going to die, man. Right there in the Middle East, man. Because that's what the Lord is setting up, bringing up. These people preparing the battle. Why is he preparing that battle? To bring everybody together to destroy him, man. And his fierce anger, his righteous anger. All right, ain't nothing the Lord do unrighteous, man. This dumbass, man. Nothing the Lord does is unrighteous, man. All right.
Says a day. All right, it's Zephaniah 1 and 15. It says that day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wastedness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness.
A day of clouds and thick darkness. Go ahead.
It says a day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers.
Damn. Against the fenced cities and the high towers. What's the high towers? That's some people that's up there that's high and mighty. You got your governments, your so-called men in this society that's supposed to be somebody. Your fenced city, your people that's trapped in these cities, man. And guess what? Those fenced cities, man, that's when you're going to be under martial law, man. So when you're under martial law, guess what? The city's locked off, it's blocked off. And you can't go to one place and one place freely anymore. All right? You ain't going to be able to move freely. All right? That's a fenced city, man. And guess what? America is going to be one of those fenced cities, along with the around the world, man. But ultimately, America is the fenced city, man. Why? Because that's the city that's going to be completely and utterly destroyed and brought to a desolation and brought low, man. And that day right there, that day is coming. That doesn't sound like a day that's all, well, how they say it is all good. It don't sound like a day like that, man. That sounds like a day you should be highly scared of, man. But listen to the men of the Lord.
It says, and I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung.
That's right. So it said their blood shall be poured out. Read that one more time, Brother Bashar.
It says, and I will bring distress upon men.
That's right. He said he will bring distress upon men, man. So what's distress? That's when you you discombobulated, so to speak. You can't get your bearings together, man. All right. But what's it called? You just can't get right. All right. That's distress. You don't know what to do. So what's a day like that? Like what? That's a day like when the so-called economy collapses. A lot of people are going to be in distress. And what happened the other day, I was at work, and I had no idea that this happened, man. You know? So it was a lot of people coming into the bank. And they was like, oh, excuse me, sir, is the bank closed? I'm like, no, it should be open. I seen people going back and forth. I wasn't paying it no mind. So it just so happened that one of the bank tellers, you know, I guess she was shopping or whatever, and the guy came in that knew knew who she was. So he was like, excuse me, miss. He's like, what's wrong with the bank? She was like, oh, Bank of America. And it's funny, it's the Bank of America. She was like, it was down all day. And I'm like, damn, let's take care of it go. It's that test run. You know? And people coming in there distressed. They looking like, oh, I can't get no money out. I can't deposit money. What am I going to do? So that's only one day, and that's one little incident, man. One little incident. That's nothing compared to what's going to take place, man. That's something small, man. What they say is a small thing to a giant. So when that time comes, we're not worried about this money, man. All right? Our money is right here. This is our money. This is our salvation. This is our life right here. All right? We hold on to this. We hold on to these words. Wow, who are these the words of? Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, man. And without these words, you can't be delivered. There's no salvation without these words, man. All right? So that was the distress right there. That was just one little thing, one little small thing. And there was and guess what? When the EBT machines went down. Oh my goodness, man. You had nigga women actually walking out of the damn store with baskets of food, getting locked up, and then 10 minutes later the damn machine comes back up, man. So guess what? What's going to happen in that day, man? All these so-called rappers and all that, that's claiming they balling and all that, man. And especially the nigga rappers, man. They're still under the curses too. So don't get that confused or misconstrued, man. Just because them niggas sold out, guess what? They're going to get sold out. Why? Because you're still an Israelite and you're susceptible to the curses, and no matter where your black ass try to go, you're going to be destroyed, man. That's what Esau ain't tell your ass. He tells you, oh, you know what? You come with us, we got a place for you. She's talking real smooth. You got money now. You can do this. We can show you this. They can show you whatever, and then you try and won't give you that alert when shit's about to hit the fan. And they'll go lock up in your ass and get blown the hell up, man. And rightfully so for trusting your enemies, man. You know? For trusting in your enemies. I was looking at this shit too.
No, it's taking phone. You ain't on this.
Oh, all right. I'm under this Johnson. I was looking at that shit too. I'm like, damn, they gonna be like, yo, the fucking wicked.
It says,
I'm trying to take the strength from you, man. That's what that is.
it says, neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord.
That's right. Neither their silver or their gold is going to be able to deliver them. And what are they telling everybody to do now? Invest in gold and silver, man. So that's the devil right there in the south. They're telling you now, if you go and you look at the economy and everything, and they know how the economy is going to change, they know this, man. I was watching that, this alternative news channels, not Russia Today. I believe it's Real News, or Real Talk, Real News, or Real Talk News, or something like that. Now they're telling everybody to invest in gold and silver. But the scriptures tell you, neither your gold nor your silver is going to save you, man. So that goes for Esau too, man. And mainly it's talking about Esau and you other nations, and it's talking to 2/3 of our people, man. Which I just was talking about, like them niggas that sell out for a record deal, for a football deal, basketball deal, or any kind of deal that the society has to offer, man. And you sell out to that, and you think that you got your spot on in the missile asylum, you know, and you think that your seat is what they call it, reserved, you know, then guess what? That's what's going to happen. So your silver and your gold can't save you, man. You can't buy you a ticket on the chariots, man. You can't buy you a ticket out of destruction. The only way to buy a ticket out of this destruction that's coming to America is to turn back to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. And that's for you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. All right? That's who this word is intended for. You know, and this dumbass, these nigga women walk past, man. Like, I hate the nigga woman, man. You know? Because right now, they at ease, man. They want to be like, but you know what? They go whoring after whoever's in power, man. That's why they wear that fake ass hair, that long blonde stringy shit, which is leprosy. You know? And now you know that, like I said, the kids are coming back to college. You know? So now we're gonna see more of these dumbass college students that think they know everything. Oh, my professor knows more than you. Well, bring your dumbass professor out here and let us debate him, man. Matter of fact, bring your history professor out here. And he could get schooled. Because we could give him some history, and we also gonna give him that future. Which is the destruction of America, man. Where he's not gonna tell you children in school. Why? Because he's trying to generate money for the school. You know? But that gold and that silver, so you want to go for these Fortune 500 schools, right? Matter of fact, what's that? What is it? We talk about fit cut. Yeah, kind of grab that from me. Yeah, man, cause so, and like, and this place is full of debt. So your gold and your silver, basically, it can't save you, man. I think if you don't understand that point at this point in time, then like it's no hope for you, man. There's no hope for you. You're going to see death, man. You know, and America is built on credit, man. It's built on debt. So why do you think that they want to put everybody else in debt? Because they're in debt, man. They borrow from everybody, and every year, or 4 years or so, a couple years or so, what do? They lift the debt ceiling. Well, the debt ceiling has been lifted to its capacity, where it's no more they could lift the debt ceiling anymore. It's not going to be any more lifting the debt ceiling. It's to its max. Like if you fill the cup up to the brim, it gets to the max, what happens? It start overflowing, man. All right? So America borrowed all that money from China, you know? And China want their money back, man. And they talk about investing gold and silver, man. You know? You investing in gold and silver is not going to buy your salvation. This money is not going to save your ass, man. So you niggas that talk about, yeah, I'm chasing this paper, I'm chasing this money, that money is not going to save you in the time and the up and calamities that's coming. All right? Because famine, death, and destruction is coming to America.
It's Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 6. It says, shall not all these take up a parable against him?
That's right. All these are talking about all these other nations. And him is talking about America. Taking up a parable. Go ahead,
and a taunting proverb against him and say,
yes, that's right. A taunting proverb. Go ahead.
It says, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his.
That's right. Woe to him that increases which is not his. So him, I've said American, so him also is talking about Esau. All right? Woe to him that increases what is not his, man. And what does Esau do? They go and woe, Salakia, first and foremost, woe meaning destruction. So all these other countries and societies around the world, they're saying death to America, man. Death to the so-called white man. That's what they're saying. Don't any other nation around this earth like you so-called white people, man. All the other nations hate America, man. All right? They're saying woe to him that increases which is not his. How did the so-called white man increase America, which wasn't his? They took it from they raped, robbed, and murdered the so-called North American Native Indians, man. They go over there into Iran and drop bombs on them people over there and stealing their oil. The so-called white man goes and wherever you have your military base at, that's where they're at. They're trying to increase what's not theirs, man. And the only reason why they're in them lands because it's some interest to them, whether it be oil, gold, basically natural resources. Anything that these other countries have to offer, the so-called white man is right on it. Go ahead, Doc.
It says, how long, and to him that ladeth himself with thick clay.
That's right. So how long that him will laden himself with thick clay? Now that thick clay is talking about debt, man. All right? That thick clay is talking about debt. So if you're a so-called American citizen, it's a thing called a credit card. All right? So they'll give you a credit card before they give you money. Okay? Give you this credit card and be like, yo, man, it's $500 worth of credit on here. Now you have to have faith to believe that it's $500 in credit on there to go buy something. So now you getting this merchandise. Now you owe that money back.
They ain't charging interest.
Go ahead, huh?
No, I'm saying, and they charge you interest.
Good. So that's wicked in itself. So that's also laden in itself with thick clay. Trying to increase was not his, and another thing they trying to increase was not theirs. It's the actual you people, man. Ultimately, they wanna put that chip in you and make you theirs. So that's another example of increasing what's not theirs, man. Because these so-called white people, they want it all, man. All right, they want to take everything. If it was up to them, it wouldn't even be no earth in the damn globe. The earth is shrinking, man. From them, when that's like you have a healthy person, man, right? And you work that person to death, drying them up of all his resources, his his blood, his fluids, everything. That person going to shrivel up, look like a damn raisin. The earth used to be bigger, man. But from the so-called white man going at it and draining it of its natural resources and everything like that, what happens? The earth started to shrink, man. They don't honor the land Sabbaths to give it a chance to heal. That's like if you have a wound and ever so often you keep picking at it. It's never going to heal. All right, that's the same thing the so-called white man does with this country, man. Not even just this country, with this earth, man. All right? So the earth has to be replenished, man. That's why the Lord is going to destroy it and purge it with fire, man. Thermonuclear fire. Go ahead, Al. Yeah, because the point is, man, they want to take everything, man. All right. They don't want to leave nothing for nobody, man. You know, just like you have these niggas, they think they got money and shit, and the women love money, man. So they chase the dude with money, right? All right? That's all these women is about is money nowadays, okay? So Esau is the one with all this money, but like we read earlier, that money is not going to save the ass. All right? Because they coming out of power, and who's the next people going to power? The so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. And the women are going to be subject to them. Out of order, man. The nigga woman is out of order, man. And their God is the so-called white man. That's why you black women want to walk around with other women's hair in your fucking head, man. And wear blonde hair. And talk like crackers. Alright? And dress like whores. And then got the nerve to call somebody thirsty. The last time I checked, if you came out the house wearing booty shorts and a man looks at you, how the hell is he thirsty? That means you're the thirsty one, because you want attention. So you women got to ass backwards. And Esau got you like that. Why? Because Esau's a natural born faggot, man. He tells you women to come dressed with your titties hanging, and they'll respect you like, oh yeah, miss, you can dress like that, man. We're not going to touch you. Why? Because they're looking for the same thing the women looking for. Then you come dressed like a damn prostitute, all right, and you want somebody to respect you. Come with your chest hanging all out, your ass cheeks hanging all out, your shorts so tight, if you ain't shaved, you probably can see your coochie hairs. But somebody's supposed to respect a woman like that, man. And you dress in goddamn jeans and all that. When the scriptures go against all that, man. And the problem with you nigga women is you think you niggas. Just like, matter of fact, when I was at work today, man, and this pissed me off, man. You had this guy in there, you know, he had groceries in his hand. So his woman was at the bank. That's in my job. So he goes to the bank, comes back with $20, come back all smiling at me, talking about, yeah, I had to get the money from the boss. I looked at this nigga like, man, if I wasn't at work and we was in the car, I'd kick the shit out you, man. Right in the back of your head, man. You know? Now, these niggas, the Bible says, matter of fact, get that, the head of every man is Yahweh Shah, and the head of the woman is the man. Because you got things are naturally out of order, man. You know? And that comes from Esau's home, the so-called white people. Because who wears the pants in the white family? The goddamn mom. You know? Bug out. Bug out, man. You have an order in the so-called white people's home. First of all, the children runs the family. And you got the white woman that runs the family, man. You know? Because when they get married and everything, and yo, like I was at work today too, man, I seen this woman, she had on this wedding ring, man. This thing was like huge. The diamond on the set like that, it was real big, man. And I'm like, damn, who did she suck in to marry her, man? You know? Because once you get divorced, because marriage is nothing but a binding contract from Esau to give you permission to have sex with that woman, and if anything is to go wrong, the woman gets half of your stuff, man. Or the majority of it, you living in poverty, man.
Yeah, you working like, I know, like some people I know, I've heard stories where, you know what I'm saying, they got like, so they damn near paying like $2,000 something for like child support, and
Gun.
you know, the woman like left the country and all this
That's
shit.
right.
Like that. Like my
You can't even see your damn kids, man.
yeah, I mean, like, or dudes, they got so much child support and all this shit. They gotta work like I don't even understand how they get sleep and shit.
Yeah,
like
gun.
that.
Matter of fact, I know a dude, man, I used to work with. This dude worked, I think he said 3 jobs for 10, 15 years. I said, yo, how do you do it, man? How? Why? Because the woman, and she's probably laying on her ass, working a mediocre job, collecting his money, paying, giving it to the next man. And that's what these damn whores do, man. The black woman nowadays is nothing but a baby making machine. The only reason why these black women have babies now, they try to hold something over the man's head and collect money from him. And then try to go get another nigga to raise their kid, man. Go ahead, all right. But this is order, man. Because this is what you women don't understand about order. But we gonna give it to you.